Would you mind sharing this out?
You son of a bitch.
I can't look at the Discord right now.
It's like, I can't do it. Guys, it's such a fat, my body. Alright, I'll pimp it out, you cheap bastards.
No, I have to share it out to. You gotta share it out to one Discord. I have to share it out to 4 different Discords. Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. How is Yins?
Now, y'all need to speak the fuck
now.
up.
She's gone.
I'm waiting for it to actually show that it's live. There we go.
It's showing it on my side, yeah.
There we go. Now it shows. Alright. How do you feel about
No.
I was gonna say, how do you feel about nostalgia? I was gonna say, how do you feel about nostalgia bait?
It's like, come on. Either make a project that has this nostalgia, but actually like does that IP, it's faithful to the IP and is potentially able to be modified or at least updated to current day, or don't fucking waste my time with that shit.
Right. Alrighty. I think we're good to go.
Alright.
I shared it out. Alright, we are...
Youth of a Nation?
More, Youth of a Nation!
We are Youth of a Nation.
Except we're kind of not youth anymore, I guess. But man, when we were the Youth of the Nation, man, oh man, we had fun. But now everyone's just too. It's like, it was like the meme I saw that put it best in perspective was like the internet is like it's like trying too hard to be clean anymore, when it used to just be a dirty cesspool, and we liked it. We loved it. We loved it. We were perfectly happy with the internet being a dirty cesspool, and just could say more or less whatever you wanted, and you either grew a spine or you didn't go on the internet. Nowadays, they have to make everything so gosh darned. Oh.
It's like, why everything gotta be so damn squeaky clean?
Yeah, why?
Like, where's it was my same thing I was complaining about originally when City Heroes came out, where it was like the city just looked way too clean and spick and span, and I'm just like, where's the grit? Where's the grit and nitty? And then it's like, oh, I found it in later zones. Those areas had more grit to them and more character. It's like, when City of Villains came out, I was all over that shit. It's like, oh hell yeah.
I remember when I wanted to play City of Villains, I wanted to be a character you could turn into random objects. So I'd turn into a chair, and then when you go to sit on me, I just immediately turn into something else and you fall down.
Lovely.
That was my idea for my character. An evilest of buttholes. Oh Jesus, he just moved. My missiles go so slow. Jesus.
How slow do they?
Well, just if you're watching the stream, really fucking slow.
You so funny.
So how is everyone doing tonight? I am here. I am the Dom, and joining me is the ever illustrious Mr. Cyber and Dragon.
Y'all know what to do.
And of course, Food is not here because he's a baby back bitch, as Dragon would say.
Chili, baby back bitch. Such a baby back bitch. Barbecue sauce.
I'm sure he has a. I'm sure he has a like an actual reason for not being here. It doesn't mean you still can't roast him.
I'm so sorry, guys. I couldn't be here today. I'm so sorry. You're like, no. You have offended me this day. I shall not forget this.
That's what I told him. I told him it's like I have no issue with you not being here, but Dragon, however, is gonna run you through.
He's like, fuck each and every last one of y'all.
Oh. Oh, sick. How do you feel about life sim games, Dragon?
I play them every now and then. It's not my go-to when it comes to playing. You know, it's like if I had a choice of a type of game, but it's something I don't mind messing around with every now and then.
I have a hard time getting into them. I bought The Sims and I just was really hard. I was really having a hard time. I feel like I need games with more of a purpose and a point. I just find myself having a hard time getting into games where there's not like a defined goal.
That's understandable.
I'm working on it! Ah, come on. Ouch! Like, I'm really enjoying my playthrough of the Dark Souls mod. I've been playing a little Maple Story as well. That's fun. On a private server.
It's like y'all in Maple Story, man. Y'all in Minecraft. Like, some of y'all playing Minecraft, I'm just sitting over here, it's like, I don't know. I'm not really interested in playing with 8-year-old kids right now. Or at least having a 13-year-old, you know,
call you every
swear word. A derogatory slur. Yeah. Calling me some bullshit, and I'm just like, look, I could punch your little head over a goddamn cliff right now. Don't test me. Working my last good nerve.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's like a lot of them know that they're being assholes and they hide behind the guise of being children too. It's freaking.
They do it to be edgelords.
Yeah. It's like and they call me the N-word or they call me the the Jewish racial slur. Well, I mean, like, I always say that like I'm Jewish and stuff like that. Mind you, I don't always usually. You just use it as a way to show that, like, you know, this is not something that should divide us. You know, I just want to everyone to be equally, you know,
pissed off
or equally chill. to all the stuff that's going on, because it just, being offended all the time is not healthy. And if you
Of
call me
course it's not, but
the Jewish racial slur, I don't really think about it too much. I don't really care, because see, being offended is a choice, despite
it's like,
what people
oh,
might think.
it's like someone calls me some sort of like name or insult, and it's like, oh, we're playing the game. Okay, let's see who quits first.
Oh
And then I
no!
just sit there and like I start batting the linguistic barbs back at them.
Oh.
But I'm never crossing the line. I'm just standing right at it,
Mm.
letting them know, oh yeah, we're playing the game, son. Don't mess with the Grandmaster shit talk. Oh no. Like back when I hit puberty, it's like they used to call me Crisco because I'm fat in the can.
Oh yeah, I mean, like we all killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Yeah, I mean, like we all had that phase when we first entered puberty, where we discovered swearing, and then it was like fuck every other word. Came out the word fuck every other word came out of our mouth.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about because like we've all encountered that at some point growing up. Because like you learn a new cuss word and it's like it's like, oh fuck, and you're just it's like the toys that make the noise. You're just playing the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
And it's like your parents either have one or two responses. Either A, that is offensive, stop saying that, or it's like just let him run it, just let him say it because he'll get tired of it soon enough. He will get tired of it and just shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah.
My mom was more of like, okay, if you're gonna say these words, you need to learn what the actual definitions are and where the origins of these words come from. Like the word fleeken, or like the word fuck. It comes from the German word flieken, which means to strike, which is kind of odd considering the connotations of the word fuck now, because like it went from just like fleeken to a reference to fornication, and now it's like you can use it as just about any type of word type. You can use it as a noun, as a verb, as as an adjective. Most people use the word fuck like most people would use a comma.
That's right. Those people can fuck right off because it's really hard to interpret what the hell they're saying.
It's like fuck the fucking fucker. Just like, yeah, we get it, we fucking get it, yeah.
Yeah, I get it. You like to drop. And look, I was 13 once too,
Don't get me wrong, I'm a spicy motherfucker. I'm a spicy boy when it comes to talking shit.
If you drop, what's the thing is that people kind of grow numb to you if you're always dropping the word. But if you just just say like a really bad word like once in a while, people will actually.
Yeah, it's more impactful because it's like, whoa.
So
he usually doesn't use that kind of language. With me, it's more of like if I'm going to say this, I'm going to do the best I can to actually make it interesting.
Right.
With the exception of like when I'm just constantly falling into those bottomless pits because I'm getting hit and I'm in stun lock on Mega Man 11. Seriously, who the hell designed that part of the stage of Blockman? Come on, dude. There is a limit. Also, seriously, Acid Man level, the spikes. What is up with the spikes? What is up with the spikes? Why was there so many damn spikes? Who hurt you?
Spikes hurt her.
Level designer. Who hurt you? Point somewhere on the doll where they touched you.
And it points right on the
spikes. And we will make sure that we find these people and bring them to justice because Jesus Christ.
It was the spikes hurt them.
Why are they free to walk the earth? Oh,
they just really hate spikes.
Still can't believe it took me an hour to do Blockman stage. Oh, Jesus.
I couldn't tell. That was really painful.
I'm just sitting. I didn't even realize an hour had gone by. It's like what? Like because Fuda, I think it was Fuda that mentioned it.
No, that was me.
Oh, was it you? Okay, yeah. It was just like one of you two had mentioned it, and just like as I looked at the clock, it's like, has it really been an hour? Have I really been in this one godforsaken stage for an hour? What? Like, whose childhood dog did I kick into a well in a previous life to deserve this? then I was starting to make progress where it's like, okay, I'm getting through the levels in shorter amount of time, and then Bounce Man stage.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. Kiss my ass.
I love that song, by the way. That like thank you Razor Fist for bringing that. Like he used that song as a credit roll song for one of his rants ages ago. I think it was like last year. And all of a sudden it's like, son of a bitch, you asshole. It's like oh my god, this is the song is resonating with me. And so it's like I just started referencing it now. It's like, yeah, it goes, god damn. Although with the exception of the Blockman fight where at the end it's like, oh god damn it.
Yeah.
You guys, like, whoever designed this boss fight, fuck you personally, okay? I'm just saying, you can officially kiss my ass. Like my entire ass. Just letting you know, just like not the part of the cheek, not near the hip, not towards the the upper thigh and the back. No, my entire butt. Okay? Just pucker up and just start kissing it all over till it's fully covered in kisses. Just god damn it. Oh,
I'm an ass man.
Down. I'm an ass man.
I like to kiss him. I like to fuck him. I don't know.
I like to kick him. I like to I don't even know the language, the lyrics. It's just I know it's I like to, and then I don't remember the order.
Yeah, same.
It's like I hear kick him, I hear stick him, and it's just like after that it just falls off a cliff. Because at that point you've completely forgotten what the hell you're bothering with.
Right.
Unless it's the New Age Outlaws one where it's like damn 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 damn. Oh, you didn't know. Damn, 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 damn. Your ass better call somebody. It's like, yes! I mark out when I hear that. I fucking mark out when I hear that. It's like, yes! Making me a happy camper here. Ah!
Oh, balls. Oh, come the fuck on.
It's like, damn it, Dilo.
Does that make me crazy?
No, but it's gonna make me crazy if I pay more attention to it.
Well, no, I just remember the one time where it's like, and you're like, damn it, Dilo, I'm just like,
Yeah.
it was just like, fuck you. And you're
Yes.
like, and you were like, that's CeeLo, and I was like, it's like I was off by like one letter. D.
I see you riding around town
with the girl I know. Fuck you. Do you think he's actually? I think he's made enough money to afford a Ferrari. After
Probably. Yeah, but ain't that some shit?
No,
Ain't that some
son
shit?
of a
With all the
bitch.
pain in my chest, I still wish you the best with the fuck you. It's like, goddamn, like, yeah. But the thing is like, regardless of your gender, you know, if you've been in a relationship for any significant amount of time, and you know, you end up in a scenario like that where it's just there's nothing you can do that can actually please the other person, and you still have you still care about them. You know, yeah, we all we can relate to that.
Yeah.
Because we can at least empathize. Like, okay, yeah, you've been because if you've been with someone for a long time, and all of a sudden just things change. Like it feels weird. It's a little strange. Sometimes you know your relation to that person is in a healthy enough spot where you can do that. In other cases, it's just y'all just kind of go your separate ways.
Then we touched and went our separate ways. If he ever hurt you, true love won't desert you. You know
That song
I
is fucking
still
awesome.
love you. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. My favorite Journey song. Yes, find a fucking
I'm
link.
just a city boy. Born and raised in South Detroit. Why did you bring it to the on-screen keyboard?
If for some reason I don't know why I try to set it so it doesn't happen, but for some reason when I do action click with my left stick, it
Gives you shit.
yeah, it gives you shit. I
Okay.
even went and turned it off, and and it still gives me shit. I don't know why. I have no idea, dude.
Yeah, one song a lot of people. I don't know. I don't even know how many have actually seen this movie. Rocky 2. But they'll recognize the fucking song, "Survivor," "Eye of the Tiger."
You're the best around. Nothing ever
No,
gonna keep you down. I
it's
know.
the eye
I
of the
am the
tiger.
tiger,
It's
it's
the
the
dream of
dream
the
of the
fight,
fight.
rising up
Up
to the
to
challenge of
the
our rival.
Yeah, I know that
And
song.
the last known survivor will be red in the night. Yeah, it's like you
But
hear
you
that guitar
simply
riff.
can't go wrong with the right or the Kaiser. You know, remember that
For a
song?
minute,
Remember the
for a moment, I
finale?
thought you were quoting the fucking. You're like using my login for fucking League of Legends. Like, wait a minute, I've
Nah,
changed that summoner name years ago.
nah, I just like Weird Al. He
Like,
did a
yeah.
parody. You know what I'm talking about. He did a
Oh yeah,
parody.
okay. His entire career is based off of parody
I
songs.
know.
Like one of his greatest fucking parody songs was Amish Paradise.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
And even though, like, he
walk
and
through the valley
Coolio
where
have,
I harvest my grain and take a look at my wife and see she's very plain. But that's just perfect for an Amish like me, who shunned
but it
fine
was like
sex.
initially there was like the rumor going on that Coolio was like legit pissed about the parody song Amish Paradise, because when he did Gangsta's Paradise, he was singing it sincerely and meaning it.
Right.
And then it turns out that's like, yeah, like he was kind of annoyed for a moment, but it wasn't really anything too serious. And over the years, he's warmed up to it.
Uh,
So it's like he's come to appreciate Amish Paradise, and like realize, like, yeah, it was just really the fact that that Weird Al liked the song. A lot of people liked the parody, and a lot of people love Gangster's Paradise.
that's just perfect. Like the Amish.
Yeah, I mean, hell, it's like
Absolutely.
the other day, actually, yeah, it was like it was either Thursday or I decided to look up the fucking song Coco
Uh,
because like whatever, I was thinking of Fetty Wap, that hello, that guy, and then it's like, oh, what the fuck was that other song? I'm in love with the Coco, and it's like I decided to learn it up or look it up, and I saw the music video. It's like, oh, it's about cocaine. I thought he was talking about being in love with a black woman, just because like
uh,
they're really fucking hot as hell. Oh my god. It's like, and it's
the
not even about the booty, even though I am an ass man
girl,
by
look at
nature.
that body.
There's just some black women out there is just like, God damn, you were just
Girl,
fucking.
look at that body. Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, like,
It's not, it's not even necessarily a sexual thing. It's just like you are just classically beautiful. My God, you're like, and then like because like some some of my friends that are black, it's like when I find out they're actually much older than they look, it's like, Jesus Christ, you barely look like you're in your 30s.
Yeah.
Like, you look like you're just at the end of your 20s and you're pushing 50? God damn, your genetics are fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, there are plenty of folks that would kill to have genetics to look that good at that stage of their life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, my family has that genetics. Like, my dad looks great for 65.
I'm just over here with, like, salt and pepper beard going on. I don't really have any gray hair in my hair.
Mm-hmm.
The hair in my head, I don't. It's mainly my beard, and it's just like stress related shit.
Yeah.
But that's me though.
Well, thankfully, I'm
Although,
never going to go bald, so that'll be nice.
I have a small crow's nest, but it's not really much of a bald spot.
Yeah.
It's just thinning hair, really. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, there you could see complete scalp. It's like, you can see a little bit of scalp. But yeah. It's like,
Ever
yeah.
seen Below Green? like fuck bees.
It's like, nah, CeeLo Green featuring D'Lo Brown. Fuck you, your ass on the street. You know, just yeah.
No,
For those of you who don't know, D'Lo Brown is a former WWE wrestler that wrestled by the name D'Lo Brown during the Attitude Era. And one of his accomplishments is he's considered the greatest European champion of all time when that belt was still in active duty. Because he had it, you know, for I think the longest reign, I want to say. And he also had several runs with the belt because it was a mid-tier belt equivalent to like the Intercontinental Championship. And of course, one of the best theme songs of that era. You're looking at the real deal now. Woo! Go kick your sorry ass down on the street. Is that what you got? You know, it's just like yes. It's like when WWF The Music Volume 4 came out. That theme song was on there, along with Chris Jericho's original WWF, you know, Y2J theme. The Rock's updated "If You Smell What the Rock Is Cooking." Yeah, like these bangers of theme songs. And of course, I had really good, you know, well, at the time, what was considered really good headphones. And I'm listening to D'Lo Brown's song, and it's like, you know, I got to hear it clear all the way through from start to finish. And for me, it was just, I love the part at towards the end of the song where you start hearing the synthesizer violin strings as accents to this theme song when it gets towards the end. I'm just like, yes! Oh my god, this is just the exclamation point on the fucking, you know, at the end of the sentence. Yeah. And for me, like, even though, you know, D'Lo Brown never really got a lot of the due he didn't deserve, he's still a good mid-tier worker, mid-card, and he's one of my personal favorites. Also, it's like he may not have been like super talented like The Undertaker or, you know, Stone Cold or The Rock, but he had charisma for fucking days and was able to hold his own. God damn. Plus the head shaking thing, if I tried doing that shit, I'd break my goddamn neck. Like, he'd sit there and like wham, and all of a sudden just bam, just like his neck and head would just flop like bam all over the goddamn place. And it's just like, holy shit, it's amazing you didn't break your goddamn neck doing this or give yourself whiplash. Oh my god. Of course, this was also during the time where the corporate ministry and Ministry of Darkness gimmicks were going on for The Undertaker. So they had like when he had made his return after like a short hiatus, he had updated his gimmick to where he was a satanic cult leader of sorts, and the Undertaker funeral dirge theme song became more rock guitar focused. And I'm just like, I'm loving the sound of it. It's like, yes, this is fucking cool. And he had like this long ass goatee that was like forked at the end. Yeah. And I lovingly referred to it as, or affectionately referred to it as the devil's goatee, because that look, it was like a super villain devil type attire. Right. And of course, you know, the Undertaker, Mark Calloway, like fucking, you know, brilliant worker of his own time, reinvented his gimmick so many fucking, a gimmick that by all intents and purposes on paper should have died a death.
Yeah.
This undead wrestler that basically doesn't react or anything, and this guy was able to span it into a multi-decade career. Right. And had various incarnations in its lifespan. So it's like, you know, fucking big ups, you know, big thumbs up to that guy for making that shit work. And he busted his ass too. He did. Like, he worked hard throughout those years.
Hey, hold on for a second.
Pardon him, folks. Apparently he's gotten stuck in the garbage disposal, and we're trying not to turn it on.
I said that. Hold down the fort for a second. I have to use the restroom real quick.
Okay, pro tip, folks. If you're experimenting with sentient vegetation, make sure you don't give them an actual digestive tract or a type of bladder system, because otherwise it'll interfere with their actual functionality. It's like those pet rocks from the 70s. You see one and it's all of a sudden it's just starting to pee on the carpet, and you're like, no, 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 no. You pick it up and it's leaking out. Now you're putting your hand under it to try and prevent the stream of piss from hitting the ground, from hitting the carpet, and you're trying to run it outside. It's like, no, 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 no. You go outside with that. Just yeah. Also, while I'm thinking about pet rock, someone out there had the genius idea, and I say genius in giant fuck off quotation fingers, to release an updated version, or at least at the time, I think it was like 2012 or so that I saw this, an updated version of the pet rock that included a USB 2.0 port. Just let that one sink in. Added a USB port. It did absolutely nothing. And apparently this sold. As far as I know, people bought this. Hopefully, ironically, and not unironically. Although, now that I think about it, there's probably that one person out there that bought it and kept plugging in the fucking USB port as a means to recharge their pet rock. There had to be at least one out there that did that. And to that person who did, fuck you. This is why we can't have nice things. He should be back any moment now. Oh look, the Rolling Stone has returned.
There's a big kitty.
Circling back to that Coco song, I was watching the video. There were several, I know the props in this shit were all fake and whatnot, but gun etiquette, man. Gun fucking etiquette. You're right there, kitchen table, bagging up what is, at least in the context of the video, presumed to be cocaine. And you've got a prop gun, which is presumed to be a loaded gun with the safety off, on the table, aimed at your buddy that's bagging up a bag of coke. You're right next to the fucking kitchen window. You don't put the gun you don't aim the gun at your boy. You do not aim it at your homeboy, who's especially the one who's helping you bag this shit. Come on, man. That is not how you don't aim it at the coke. You don't aim it at your friend. Don't matter if you're picking up and sitting there you're sitting there waving the gun around trying to be all gangster and shit. You don't do that to your homeboys. You don't do that. Because if you sit there and that gun just decides to go off because it's got a fucking hair trigger, all of a sudden, now gunshots going off in the goddamn neighborhood. Yep. You've got an entire fucking dining table full of cocaine, and you've got a corpse, potentially, less than a foot away from you.
Yep.
You're gonna have a bad time. And no amount of saying, I got baking soda is gonna fucking salvage the situation. No. But at least on the upside, he did get it, for the low. So, I'll at least give him kudos for that. It's because paying a high price for what is ostensibly illegal drugs. You don't want to sit there and do that. Get my fucking Yu-Gi-Oh deck so I can actually find a local card shop and start playing again. Don't mean I want to sit there and buy these cards to update my deck, for the highest prices. Fuck that. If I'm gonna pay a high ass price for anything, it's gonna be for a high grade. I'm collecting this shit specifically. I'm not using it.
I was just watching a documentary sort of thing of just how bad the Pokemon card situation is. There's no Pokemon cards left anywhere.
Yeah, people are going fucking just crazy over that shit. It's God damn.
I'm wow.
And I don't even play Pokemon.
Oh, I
Like
used
I
to.
personally, yeah,
I don't know. It's like I
I
kind of have mixed feelings, sorts of thing. Like on one hand, I don't really care that much.
I played a little bit back when I was a teacher's aide in California, and it's like I had a water psychic deck. This was back when Wizards of the Coast were making the actual card game. It's not the Pokemon company that's doing it, that's managing the game now. So it's like these were like the original first couple of sets. The original set, and then like here comes Team Rocket.
Mm,
So yeah, the back in the day kind of shit. And yeah, I even had the Game Boy Color game, trading card game.
I did too. I loved
Yeah,
Pokemon cards back in the day.
it's like it was actually pretty interesting shit. And I played it consistently too. Like but yeah, and it was also something I was able to kind of like bond with the kids over, because
Hmm.
like they like the Pokemon card game, they like Pokemon in general, and I played the original Pokemon games, and
Right.
the most current version of that time was Gold and Silver.
Right.
I think Crystal had just come out not too long before the trading card game on Game Boy Color. So yeah, it's like we had plenty to talk about during recess and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool shit. I worked primarily with first graders and was a teacher's aide as well as a tutor.
Hmm.
So I was able to do that. So it's like I have, I myself personally, I have a lot of experience working with kids. It's
Right.
like I can tutor them, I can, help out with teacher duties and shit like that. It's like my real passion is teaching martial arts,
Yeah.
and I've become very efficient in how I teach it, to like the part where it's like I ended up like impressing the fuck out of myself when I was running my old grandmaster's school. His the headquarters the primary headquarters location, and basically ran all the courses myself, all the curriculum, all that shit, and got the students to learn their material like their kata or form. The Korean term is punsei. Uh, the English equivalent is forms. The Japanese karate equivalent is kata.
Yeah, I know.
Or
I was in martial
yeah.
arts for a decade.
Well, I'm saying that
For
for
the
anybody
audience. Oh,
listening.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, I'm saying that for the audience. And basically, it's the predetermined list of techniques you learn, so you can learn these techniques and how they flow together. And many of these forms actually have meaning; they represent things. So what's really cool about that was like I was able to get them to learn that form, or at least for their rank level, easily within an hour.
Oh.
Not even fucking trying. Like I broke it down and had it down to a fucking art, to a science, where I was able to practically speed run that shit, and I wasn't even trying. But
That's true.
I
My
taught it to
teacher,
them. Yeah.
I took martial arts for decades. I still really didn't feel like I really understood the stuff that he was trying to teach me because we did zero sparring. My teacher was very much apropos towards fighting, sparring, because he said, "Oh, it's not worth my time," because he couldn't get people to do what they needed to do, and they kept screwing up over and over again. Uh,
So you find a way to
yeah.
teach them and help them get it down.
No,
Now, the reason I didn't do a whole lot of sparring with my students was the fact that none of them were at that rank yet that warranted them being allowed to actually engage in light contact sparring. Because with my old school, you had to be at least at a rank 4 or higher, and most of them were rank 3 or lower.
uh,
Now, one of the things about this, or at least that's a common trait with some students, is they would learn, their material for that rank, move up to the next one, and then not really practice the older material and kind of forget it. I didn't let that happen.
right.
Like we would sit there and like at least once a week would do a refresher over the older material. Not all of it at once, because that would be a bit excessive, even for me. But we would at least go over like white belt form, green belt form, blue belt form, things like that. Mind you, these are not in chronological order. These are I'm just mentioning these color belts out of sequence, just as a reference. But yeah, and I was able to get them to retain that information. Like they remember that shit.
Good. I have
So
not. I don't remember
yeah.
any of my kata.
Oh, I still do. It's just I'm out of practice because it's been a while. Mainly because I've been focused on the past year getting all of the stuff I needed situated out in my new community and new town done. Now that I've gotten all of that done, and the weather has warmed back up, I can actually get myself some new running shoes, go outside for walks, and start building up cardio, building up muscles, getting back into the groove kind of thing. Because I'm thinking like if there's enough interest out here, I could teach, I could teach martial arts out here. It's like it's a small town, small community. It's like, well, if y'all interested, I'll offer classes. It's like I don't charge a whole lot. I don't need to. But yeah, so that was always something I was really, really intrigued about.
Yeah.
That also gives me something else to do that keeps me physically active.
Alright.
Aside from like just fucking slamming my head repeatedly against the door until I pass out or feel a little bit better. It's a lot of fucking traveling to do. Although I do like the purple accents on the cannon.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, damn it. It's out of fucking range. Sons of bitches. Power surges detected.
Yeah.
I see you, tiny dog. You're tiny. And old. And gappy. Oh, look at these toe beans. Look like little pinto beans. Yeah, it's funny because like her and Katie, my other dog, my other late dog, um, it's like their toe beans or their little toes are like brown, so they do resemble looking like small pinto beans. Whereas my two cats, Jack and Sasha, their pads are black, so they look like black beans.
I see.
Yeah. Although I do feel bad for Jack because he's the one with the short fur, and he was always like constantly trying to find a way to get into my lap. And whenever he did, I would feel his cold toes through my jocks. So I would constantly feel them through, like if I had sweatpants on to keep myself warm, I would feel it like just the cold sink right through.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, you poor thing. It's like Sasha's got long fur, so she really don't give too much of a shit for the most part. She just wants attention. She likes getting attention when she wants it. It's like she's the spoiled baby of the group because she like back when I still had the Jack and Sasha's brother Majin. If they're both laying on my bed back when I was in California, she'd walk right up, roll right onto them, bam, and just like force them to start like paying attention to her.
Oh.
Like they'd be sitting there just chilling out. She would sit there and just like intentionally, bam, roll right onto them.
Oh.
And in the case of Jack, he is such a loving and gentle boy. Like, she would sit there and do that. He would grab onto her, like put his paws around her, and like start grooming her.
Oh.
Just start licking her head. And when she tries to walk away, he'd sit there, grab on forcefully, like and like nom onto her, like you just sit there and nom onto her throat to pull her back over, and then continue grooming. And then she'd be sitting there all grumbly, and it's like, well, yeah, you wanted this attention, asshole. Now you got it. So, yeah. But, yeah, it's like, I love cats. I love dogs. I love turtles.
Yeah. Oh, so nice.
Yeah, it's like I had two turtles back in California. Both of them died of old age.
Aw.
Yeah. It's like one was a big old hoss. I named her Voss, Voss,
Mm-hmm.
and she was a fickle turtle that didn't really give much of a shit. She just kind of wanted to be left to her own, to her own devices. And it was funny because, like, back when I first had her, the first fucking water filter I got for her had a very high current but a narrow stream, and I put it in her tank. And what was funny was, like, when it was running, she wouldn't be able to stay in one position at the bottom of the tank. It would push her towards the end. So what she would end up doing is swimming underneath it, put her claw onto the fucking ramp
Yeah.
that I had in there for her to bask on, and she would just sit there and like balance herself and enjoy the current
Aw.
because the current was so strong. And then eventually, like, her claw would slip and she'd fall off, and whoop, it was just one of
Yeah.
those things.
Oh, hey,
Also,
Revo. Good to see you, fam. Thank you so much for
it
stopping by. How are you today?
was also funny because, like, she was a very smart turtle. Like, if she was hungry and I was sleeping in late, she would sit there and scratch her claws at the corner of the tank,
Oh, boy.
splashing water, making noise, and would keep doing it until I responded.
Oh, my
She
goodness.
learned. And it's like, you son of a bitch. Yeah, my favorite thing with Voss though was I would be able to balance her
Yeah.
between my thumb, my index finger, and my middle finger.
Oh,
Her,
wow.
the bottom. And then basically, like, when I went to go, clean out her tub or something, I put her in my bathtub where she could chill out. And I would basically balance her up on my three fingers and just kind of walk with her like she's floating through the air. And she would enjoy it. Like, she would actually, like, flap her claws and kick her legs like she's swimming through the air.
Aw.
It was fucking awesome.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like my other turtle was another. They were both red ear sliders. Scrapper was my second turtle, and she was much smaller, like about roughly like easily half to 2/3 of the size. And yeah, she was a scrappy little bit. She was rambunctious. She loved to run around and stuff. Um, Foxy, my ex-girlfriend, like, she had gotten her a little one of those little fish decorative stone sculpture things that you put in the tank. Basically, as a means for Scrapper to kind of climb up on and bask, so that way she's out of the water. And even though we got her like an actual ramp to get on, she would still hop on that rock because she would sit there and then just nap on it. So she just climb up on it, position herself just right, and then just retract in and go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
She enjoyed that little thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what are you up to today, Revo? Good to, it's been a while since we've been at one of these little streams of ours.
You son of a bitch! Like, don't you know you gotta eat your fix of us? It's like, hey man, I gotta get my dose of the condescension cruise. Just like, look for that vein,
Oh, playing
Final
Final Fantasy
Fantasy
14?
14,
Cool,
huh?
cool. Wait, oh my god, what?
What I said.
Oh.
You have to remember, we're live. They can hear the shit that I'm saying.
No, I don't. I didn't actually hear what you said.
What I was saying is, like, as I'm smacking my arm, it's like, yeah, you gotta get your fix of the condescension cruise, just right up in that vein, Like, yeah, that's good, MacGuffin.
Yeah, okay, I understand now.
Yeah. It's like, this ain't your daddy's podcast.
I can imagine if my dad had a podcast.
Well, probably more entertaining than your little brother. podcast.
I know better.
Hello, welcome to the Brussels sprout broadcast. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I kind of sound like meatwad. Surprise, chicken. That kind of shit.
Dude, how does it flow? Die!
My brother talked about Fortnite. I never bothered with Fortnite. I'm not really into Battle Royale type games. I never really bothered. I played a little bit of the Battle Royale mode in H1Z1, but personally myself, I was into the survival mode.
Mm-hmm. I was pretty unimpressed with Fortnite.
It's like my friend, my friend Cole. He bought me the paid, the survival version of Fortnite, and I'm sitting there doing the tutorial stages and stuff like that. It's like, huh, okay. It's like, well, I hope I get to the open sandbox world. It's like, no, it's just more of a horde mode. It's like, well, I'm done. I'm not into mission horde modes. I'm into fucking open world survival. It's like, that was one of the things I loved about H1Z1, later on called Just Survive, where it's like, I'm dropped into an open world and just like, good luck. I heard they sell rocks around here to survive. Might want to get yourself a weapon or some shit. And as my friend Ryan and I were learning the game, like learning how to make a fucking spear, I felt I felt a sense of accomplishment when it dawned on me. It's like, oh shit, Then I got to the point where it's like, okay, I know exactly what I need to do. I can get myself an established base up and running in no time flat. And unlike the fuckers, well, the majority of players that like to make their base near Pleasant Valley, which was the most common place because, well, that was an actual town that had a police station and a fire department building. I built mine way out in Ranchito Taquito, the top eastmost part of the fucking map. It was a town. It was one of the three major towns because the other one was Cranberry, which was also another town that had a police station as well, but I don't think it had a fire department building. But it was near the dam, which was a very popular place for searching for loot, mainly because there was a lot of foot lockers, a lot of spawning zones, and it was also an interesting locale to look at. But yeah, I'm out there, Ranchito. There ain't nothing out there but a couple homes and maybe a food store, which was in all three towns anyway. And I'm just sitting there like, I want to be out in the middle of fucking nowhere. I don't want to be around people. Stay the fuck away from me. I don't give a damn about you. Fuck off. You're on my property. Basically, I was clad. I was clad in H1Z1 Just Survive. I was that son of a bitch that was the fucking hermit that if you got near me, I'm going to shoo you the fuck away. And I had a particular spot I like to build, and I would sit there whenever they did a wipe. I'd be there as soon as the service came up, fucking, establish my fucking base there because they had a fucking system set in place where you could not put your base foundation too close to another player's base foundation that was already established or placed. So I made sure I got my spot and I got it early because fuck you. That's why. It was just a real shame, like the Z1 map never really got it never got the updates that they wanted to do, like the developers wanted, because they apparently at some point wanted Ranchito to be the school district town. So they actually had plans of putting an elementary school in that fucking area. Because really the only notable point of interest was the church and the grocery store. That was really it. There was just a bunch of homes out there, and a whole lot of. Well, there was a couple of campgrounds, but not a whole. But not.
So Reboot, what's up to in Final Fantasy 14? Anyway, good. You were saying, Dragon.
Pay in the wind.
There is pay in the wind.
I do remember one of the patches where, not too long after they had introduced the special infected, because this was something they wanted to improve on. They wanted to add more variety to the gameplay. I would have been more fine with having ordinary zombies, but with unique traits added to them, like in the case of like a riot zombie, where it's a police zombie, but it has riot gear. So, gunfire is going to be
Yeah.
ineffective against it. So you'd have to try and find your way to get around the bastard and smack it from the back in order to take it down with melee weapons. Or a gut.
No, I said, oh god, the vault. I'm so sorry, Revo.
Yeah.
That is a very difficult dungeon.
Or a firefighter zombie that would have the firefighter suit on and would be immune to Molotovs or fire-based weapons, like a torch. So you can't light the bastard up, or if you did, it wouldn't really do any damage to it. Things like that. That would have been really fucking cool. Or a fucking wilderness hunter zombie where it's got a rifle on it and it just comes at you and like occasionally will try to aim its fucking rifle, kind of like Bub the zombie from Day of the Dead. Where it would sit there and aim the gun slowly and like attempt to make a shot at you because that's what it's remembering from back when it was still alive. Like shit like that. Instead, we got the Gasser zombie, which was their version of the Boomer from Left 4 Dead. We had the Runner zombie, which was essentially a suicide cultural enriching zombie that would run up at you, sprinting at full pace, and would not give up unless you shot it from afar or it got close enough to you to actually detonate itself. That son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Or the scariest of the batch, the Banshee.
Oh yeah.
This son of a bitch is a zombie that basically appears in a full-on, old school, fucking mental institution straitjacket. It has no lower jaw, so it can't bite you. But it's able to shriek at an ultrasonic pitch. And if you're close enough, it will stun you, preventing you from having any accurate shots, and also deals damage to you depending on how close you are to it. One of the patches had unintentional consequences, where every player that spawned in World had a high chance every fucking 20 goddamn feet of spawning a fucking Banshee.
Oh no.
And when you're playing a survival game, where the majority of the game is quiet audio, and all of a sudden you hear just shrieking out of nowhere when it's all nice and quiet, it startles you.
Yeah.
It doesn't scare me, but it startles me because it's nice and quiet, and it's like, okay, I'm just collecting scrap, just smacking the sides. Oh, what the fuck was that? It also didn't help that these bastards, after a short bit, they will break free of their straitjacket, and they will make a beeline for you.
Yeah.
And these fuckers hit hard. It's like the witch from Left 4 Dead.
Mm-hmm.
They give no fucks about you. They will take all of your goddamn lunch money and not give a damn.
So Aribu, if you got did you pick up your gunner yet? Mechanist, that is? Because she said, because I'm just talking about Final Fantasy 14, but, I don't know, I had some similar.
Also, the vehicle hoarders in the PvE servers can kiss my fucking ass, too. Because I liked playing PvE. I didn't care for the PvP aspect, because it was more like, I want to be against the environment, against the zombies, fucking, wolves, the bears, that kind of shit. Yeah, I want to be able to deal with that crap. I don't care about dealing with other human players. I'd rather work with them. And of course, vehicles can randomly spawn in the area or in the map, and there's only a set number of vehicles that can be out at any particular time. And of course, it's always those assholes that dedicated themselves to finding as many vehicles as they could, put them in a mega base, and prevent others from being able to use them. Fortunately, my particular group of ragtag individuals, specifically Zane, Shanker 1, these guys, they made it their job to go looking for bases like that and finding ways to breach them, because you couldn't destroy PvE bases made by players. You couldn't damage them really. So they found a way to get around that shit. They found like open little gaps that they could utilize to get Molotovs and grenades into the base to blow up the cars and have them respawn in the world. And they would announce it over the radio line too. And I'm just like, yes, I love it.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Sounds like it. Well, what I recommend to even do it is going to the Palace of the Dead. It's also a good way to learn the rotation as well.
Okay, whenever you say House of the Dead, I always think of the Sega rail shooter game, The House of the Dead.
Yeah, Palace of the Dead is like a randomly generated roguelike part of Final Fantasy XIV where you level up.
Okay. Yeah, I still have memories back to playing that game in the arcades and on the Dreamcast. The House of the Dead. I actually have
the life cycle. I love that guy. You know what I'm talking about. It's just like the life cycle.
It's like I still have my physical copy of The Typing of the Dead for PC.
There's a physical copy of that?
Yes, there was a big box PC physical release of The Typing of the Dead, which was House of the Dead 2, but the characters had keyboards instead of guns.
Yeah.
And the better and faster your typing was, the more the more health you could conserve, and the better your score.
Yeah, I've played it. I'm very not good at typing fast, but it is hilarious. What sort of combinations of text that show up in the game?
Oh yeah.
Like the sentences that pop up make me laugh like every time.
Like Typing of the Dead, along with playing Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast with the keyboard peripheral, actually taught me how to touch type.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, fucking zombie game and a goddamn sci-fi space MMORPG taught me how to do that shit. In the case of PSO, it taught me how to type with one hand so I could continue moving with my character while I'm typing with my right hand to get quick fucking messages out.
Yeah.
So, it was a necessity, because like they didn't have like the GameCube controller where for that version of Phantasy Star Online, it was a GameCube controller with an actual keyboard in the middle of the damn thing.
One of the most ridiculous looking controllers I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah. And
hey,
so
Lee,
it's just like,
good to see you, fam.
Oh yeah, he's been there. He's just been lurking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Phantasy Star Online, oh my god. My friend Charles and I, we played the shit out of that game on the Dreamcast.
Oh yeah, me too, except for on the GameCube.
Yeah, I have the GameCube version still, which doesn't have disc rot, thank God. But that's because I took very good care of the disc. And I also never owned a GameCube, despite having my own copy. I also have Phantasy Star Online Episode 3, Card Revolution. Never actually played it.
Me either.
Yeah. Well, it's like one of the things that, like, at that time, it kind of became a bit of a tradition where I ended up having at least one game for a console before I actually got the console. Because it kind of gave me motivation to get the console, but I never got it with the GameCube. And then, like, when the Wii came out, it has backwards compatibility. It's like, oh, okay, I'll just pick that up at some point. That I never did.
All right.
And it's like, well, I can always pick up a fucking GameCube. Now I can pick it up whenever I give a shit to get around to it. It's just right now I've got other more pressing matters at hand.
Oh yeah.
I have higher priority things to get done. But yeah, it's like, fun memories. It's like, hell yeah. They even have Typing of the Dead Overkill on Steam, where it was the I think it was, I want to say it was the Wii version of their Grindhouse style House of the Dead game, but with the typing. So it's like, oh, okay. And I played a little bit of that. That's actually pretty cool. Because I do like that Grindhouse, old school kind of exploitation film feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the reasons I love Black Dynamite. Yeah. Like, it was already enough. I love Michael Jai White. Like, he is a cool martial artist. He is a cool actor. He's a funny guy. You know, he great fucking athletics. He's a real martial artist in real life. And also, huge mark for Tommy Davidson, Cream Corn. Like, I watched Tommy Davidson back when he was doing stand-up comedy, as well as his tenure on In Living Color. Mm-hmm. For those who don't know, In Living Color was essentially Fox's answer to Saturday Night Live, but with actual comedy. Here's the kicker. The jokes were noticeably raunchier, and not all of them in modern day have aged well. Because, like the whole, like they would make casual jokes to gay people, stuff like that. It's like, it doesn't age well. But some of the jokes, like Fire Marshal Bill, Homie the Clown, these classic characters played by the iconic, by the legendary Jim Carrey and Damon Wayans.
All right.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah. Like these guys, these cast members were fucking fantastic though.
Yeah.
Like, all right, like Homie the Clown, like, step right up. Let me guess your wife's weight, $1. Jim Carrey walks up. He's got a big woman with him. It's like, how about you guess my wife's weight? All right, $1, please, $1. Here you go. All right, let me see. I'm predicting that your wife is one fat bitch, and she gets all like offended. She's like, pretty good. She's walking away. Yeah, because like they had great chemistry together. Mm-hmm. Like these folks had fantastic chemistry. It was great.
Right.
And of course, Homie the Clown, basically this black guy, in a clown costume, don't give a shit about degrading himself and will sit there and degrade others as the joke. And if they gave him any shit, he just bop him on the head with a sock filled with other socks. Just, this is for you, and then bounce him one more time, and this is for your dumbass dad. Just shit like that. So yeah, it was fantastic. Then there's the infamous Billy D. Williams joke. Oh god, it was from the first season. And the sketch was so infamous that it caused backlash when it originally aired, and has not been aired since. They have removed it from DVD box. Like, they have effectively is a lost sketch. It's where Keenan Ivory Wayans, the show's frontrunner, he's the producer, the director, and one of the comedic talents on the show. Because a lot of the Wayans family got their start, or at least they many of them, like Marlon and Sean Wayans, got their start with in comedy more noticeably on that show. They were able to get some exposure. The Sean and Marlon Wayans are the ones that were responsible for the Scary Movie trilogy.
Right.
They didn't do 4. 4 was after they had departed from the series. But they did Scary Movie 1, 2, and 3. These guys know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to... They're also the ones that did the film White Chicks.
Yeah.
And god damn it, they did a great job with that one. Especially fucking Terry Crews. Like, wait a minute.
Terry Crews.
Because like he's into Marlon Wayans' character, and then he finds out that he's actually a black guy and not a white chick. And it's like, wait a minute, you mean to? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I didn't want to upset you, but it's like I didn't have to tell you to tell you that you're not white. Wait, what? Yeah, I thought I was dating a white woman, and I didn't. Like, oh my god, like, yeah, because like the dude was just like, that was the joke. where he's pining after a woman he thinks is like hot as fuck, and it turns out, yeah, he was pining after her because she was a white chick. Because he himself is essentially, just he's openly white, but he happens to be black. That was the joke. Nowadays, that fucking thing wouldn't fucking fly. Like, they would try to cancel Terry Crews again for that type of stupid shit. And even Terry Crews is like, I don't give a fuck about you trying to cancel me. Fuck you. Because like they were trying to fucking cancel him with the whole him too thing. Yeah. When people were like when he came forward with his story about like how like people would come up and would just like grope and grab on him and stuff like that without his consent, because he has the gains. He's got a really nice physique. Like if you've seen him in Balls of Fury with Jack Black, and when you've seen him in that movie, you see he's a well-stacked dude. He's got the muscles for days. Or if you've ever seen the old, old by modern standards, the fucking Old Spice commercials. Power! That shit. Yeah. Like you see him with the pecs and all that shit. He's a well-built dude, and men and women will walk up, just like grab on him, feel on him, and shit like that without his consent. And it's just like, I can understand that being a problem, because like for me, my personal standard is, if you're gonna, if you want to lay hands on someone, ask them if you can. Like, can I touch your pecs? Can I caress? Whatever. And it's like, it's not cool when people do it to women without permission. It's not cool when people do it to men without permission. Right. Simple as that. It's like, I'm pretty equal opportunity across the board. Right. Just don't be a dick about it. Right. So yeah. But of course, the knee-jerk reaction to him, coming forth with one of his stories about how he was objectified. Basically, they try to turn it into him trying to impugn women's rights because he came forward with a story to support the Me Too movement. And I'm just sitting there like, are you even on the same fucking page? Because I think you may be on the same page, but you're in a completely different book.
Oh, I've heard plenty of people but just be like, it's like, oh, go get your own movement. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so really? You can't have someone contribute their story, even if it doesn't exactly line up with the movement that they are supporting. No. Then you are a fucking idiot, and you're setting yourself up for failure. Because, that was the whole thing about, like, how some, there were some feminists out there saying, men cannot be feminists, and they can never be allies. And it's like, so you're basically shutting yourself out from all support from roughly half of the population of the world, potentially.
Right.
Because they don't have the same genitalia or chromosomes as you. Yes. Then why even fucking bother?
Well, yeah, that is the point. That is.
What's even the fucking point?
Right, is the point. Yeah.
Totally. Like if you're not being willing to be open with support from all walks of life that are willing to support you in your cause, what's even the fucking point?
They're more.
Because at that point, you're just pandering for yourself and those that are like-minded that are just willing to ostracize a large portion of the world's population just because you don't like some of them.
Well, it's just that they want to have their cake and fuck it too. They're like, oh man, why don't men support our cause? Like after.
Well, you told them not to.
Right.
You told them you don't want them to.
Right. That's what I mean by have their cake and fuck it too.
It's like, what the fuck, people? My whole shtick is, look, you can't deny other people's rights to be assholes to one another. But we can ask said assholes to try and, rein it in just a bit. It's like, you're currently at a 7, kind of need you to dial it back to like a 4. Think you can pull that off? Just 3 notches back from where you currently are now.
Nope, they have 0 chill. They cancel play Pew, they'll cancel anything.
Pepe Le Pew being canceled, I thought was funny because Dave Chappelle mentioned that decades ago. He mentioned that years ago, and it was in a comedic sketch. He was doing it in stand-up comedy, I think it was Killing Him Softly, where it was back in the early 20 aughts. He was doing the sketch where it's like, used to watch Sesame Street as a kid and loved that with, like, Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch and all that stuff. And yeah, I went and showed my kids that, now, because they're growing up, and it's like I never realized, it's like, fucking Sesame Street taught you to think in groups, think in stereotypes. They sat there. They got a gay couple there, Bert and Ernie. They got a pimp on the show. They don't call him the pimp. They call him the count.
Oh my gosh!
But come on, it's like, he's sitting there like, bitch, I've called you 4 times. Where is my money? How many times must I smack you? 1, 2, smacks. That kind of shit. They got a junkie. They got a heroin addict junkie on the show. Snuffleupagus goes, "Hi, Bert. Bert, I'm sick. I need some smack, Bert." It's like, come on now. Then there's like a blue monster going around, cookie. It's like, damn. I never even seen no kind of cookie that make a person act like that. What kind of cookie are you talking about? That kind of shit.
It's like Dave Chappelle's skits, like, I want to go down to the ghetto and get me a sugar cookie. A sugar cookie, yeah. Man. You're crazy.
Like, nah, man, you're crazy. You can't do that, man. That's insane, man. You're going over the limit, man. You're going overboard. No. Sugar cookies. Oh my god. Like sugar. They had
it's a good they
had like they had the homeless guy. Yeah. Oscar, you're a grouch. Bitch, I live in a fucking garbage can. It's like, yeah. And now they're like, oh no, it's like, yeah, like they did the same shit with Looney Tunes. I mean, it was always, the swarmy, cocksure, super confident Bugs Bunny versus the plucky underdog, Daffy Duck, which was my favorite. Daffy is one of my personal favorites, along with Donald Duck. Those were fucking awesome characters. And they always got outshined by Mickey Mouse and Bugs fuck-mothering Bunny. God damn it, D-Lo. Also, I grew up watching, Speedy Gonzales.
Yeah.
He was a fucking awesome character. They canceled him ages ago.
Yeah.
Because they, some people believed, white people in this case, believed that he was a negative stereotype of Mexicans. And now they've canceled Pepe Le Pew because, rape culture. It's like, y'all just fucking noticed? Y'all just kind of got that? Like, because we were all just sitting there like, oh shit. Like, this is like a boy that's thirsty as fuck needs to go, pull himself together, as it were. Kind of need to get a grip on himself and go grieve with a box of tissues, if you catch my drift. But, yeah.
But the thing is that he always got his comeuppance, though, so it was kind of like a lesson about that. So they kind of missed the point because they didn't generate the case.
It was the fact that, it was implied sexual assault, and it's like, yeah, I get it. I'm not taking it too seriously. I understand that, back in the 30s and shit, when this stuff was considered, acceptable, is not aging well to modern day. You can still have Pepe Le Pew, but you can redesign him to do something else other than just trying to dry hump the shit out of this cat that just happens to have a white stripe down its back because it got, it basically encountered a fucking bucket of paint.
Yeah.
You can have the character exist and do something else. Fuck's sake, y'all did that with goddamn Tiny Toons. Even though they weren't the same characters as the Looney Tunes crew, they had the similar type of tones. Like we had, I think it was Elmira, which was the stand-in for Elmer Fudd. We had Buster and Babs Bunny, no relation. We had Plucky Duck, Hampton Pig instead of Porky Pig. Things like that. It's like, yeah, that was a natural progression of taking these older archetypes and basically refurbishing them and spiffing them up, shining them, making them new, making them work, and also taking out some of the shit that hasn't aged well. It's just a thought, It worked in the '90s. Why can't it work now?
Because comedy's dead.
I know. Apparently, I'm considered an outlaw because I still practice comedy. I can't help if that's what I am. I'm a snarky cunt that uses, a lot of dark humor to paint a picture, to get people to think of higher concepts. I'm able to present these complex overtones and ideas that most people would find difficult to discuss. And I find a way to make these particular scenarios digestible in a way that people can at least handle it, or at least be able to view it from a looking glass perspective, from a telescope perspective or a microscope, to give them better insight. Oh, can't have that. Can't sit there and tell jokes anymore because they're offensive. Humor is canceled. And I'm just over here. It's like, I don't consider myself in the same league as some of the comedic greats like George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Bill Hicks, fucking Sam Kinison, goddamn Paul Mooney. It's like in any league of these guys, when you're considering me an outlaw that's in the same category as these guys, yep, that I don't hold a torch to, let alone a goddamn candle. You're definitely making me look at you going, what the fuck happened? Like, you can't even tell a knock-knock joke without someone getting a trigger warning? Oh, knocking, it triggers me. What? Did your mom knock you upside the head with a fucking baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire, lit on fire or something when you were 5? Yes, how'd you know? That wasn't actually me guessing. That was just an exaggerated what the fuck did your parents do to you? It's like, all right. Point to where they hit you. Wow, really? How the fuck did they manage that? You know what? Don't tell me. I don't want to know. I'll guess later. That kind of shit. But of course, it's like, my native tongue is sarcasm. So sarcasm is rooted in comedy. Yeah, fun fact. If you speak fluent sarcasm and you're a grill, get with me after this. We'll talk turkey. Hey, it's been a long time. Just like, it's kind of like, what was it? That one dragon at the top of the fucking monk monastery, fucking dragonborn monastery. That's like, yeah, talk to me in Draconian. Basically, you're spitting a fireball at the fucker's face. He's like, yes, speaking my native tongue. It's been so long, And it's like, I just singed your fucking whiskers, and you're over here just like with a big old smile, just like I just brought you a happy meal, bringing you back to your childhood. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. I know we have more pressing matters at the hand. It's like, yeah, we're gonna have to kind of have a conversation about this shit later. What kind of fucking language? How do y'all talk to each other? Like, what the fuck? Like, is this considered normal? Yes.
Yes.
So the whole Fusra shit, and some a fucking young dragon just goes flying off the fucking cliff. Whee! Fucking grows up to an adulthood. It's like, yes, I miss the days where I got shouted off of a fucking cliff. It's like, what the hell? What the hell is wrong with y'all? Son of a bitch.
Don't mind me. I'm just doing some farming because I was really low on health.
Okay, yeah. Considering I was doing the similar shit with Mega Man 7, or no, Mega Man 7. I think I was doing that a little bit with 10, and I did a little bit of that with 11. So yeah, I can understand that.
Look, I had 1 bar of health left. Now I have 6, so I really needed it.
Still fucking like, what the fuck with that? Wily fight at the end of 10.
Yeah.
I got all these tanks. I'm sitting there, got all this fucking grinding and shit done. I'm fucking ready to go. I'm stacked, and then it's just like I think I did it in one go,
Yep.
like 1 or 2 goes, and it's like, what the heck? The fucking stage to get here was harder than the boss fight. What the shit? And it's just like, god damn it.
Oftentimes it's the case. So.
I'm getting a bad feeling that it's gonna be the same repeat shit with 11, because it's like the stages are beating my ass, but like the boss fights are piss easy.
Yeah.
Like the bounce man, I did that in the first go. It's like, what the hell was that? The stage was kicking me in the dick to the point where I was singing falsetto, and it's just, you know, I'm questioning whether or not it's just easier for me to just do the sex transition and just, you know, accept the fact that my balls are never going to return to normal size just because they've been basically ruptured to the point where they're no longer functional. Still pissing blood, by the way.
Yeah.
And boss fight, one cycle the bastard.
Yeah.
So why the hell? It's like, you know, at least make the stage a little bit easier and then make the boss fight a little more difficult. Make it a little more challenging. That's, you know, is it that damn hard to make it, you know, more even of an approach? Because I'll tell you this, it's like, if I have to do this for every fucking boss, it's going to be a goddamn slog where I'm just, the stage is just kicking my teeth in. But the boss fights is just me, you know, just slurping down my mush, which is super easy to do. I'm just wondering, like, what the hell the goddamn Wily stages have in store for me? What kind of shit is this? Kiss my entire, like, the darkest part of my multiracial ass, you know? Just kiss every last bit of it, especially the darkest part of it. Unappreciative son of a bitch. Okay, Tiny Dog, why are you licking my belly?
Oh, I mean, like, you know.
She's licking me for the salt.
Oh.
It's like, yes, the delicious salt from Thursday. Yes, I still taste it, like, as it's excreting from your pores because you're still salty as fuck. Yes, these delicious sailing levels. It's like, oh goddamn. Yeah, you're just gonna. Okay. Well, at least next week my stimulus will be in, and I'll be able to take her to the vet to get her eyes checked out.
Good.
Then that'll be taken care of. Hmm. Oh, I know, baby. I know. Because, like, yeah, vision in her right eye is obstructed pretty heavily because of the ulcer. And then there's a smaller one on her left eye, which is obstructing the, it's a smaller portion of her left side of her eye. So it's like, you know, there are times where she will sit there and, like, whine or bark where she thinks I'm at.
Oh no.
Yeah, because, like, earlier, I was sitting there, walking back and forth and stuff like that, getting various things, and she was barking where she thought I was standing, because that was the last spot where she saw me. And then when I walked up from the other side, you know, and went to go gently pick her up, she actually, like, flinched because she didn't realize I was there. And it's like, ah, you know. And so, yeah, it's like I've been, for the most part, keeping her in my lap. Yeah, it's okay. Although it's kind of funny because, like, there are times where she's sitting there whining at the chair, and I'm in the bathroom.
Oh.
And then eventually, like, she'll stop whining at the chair and then go, you know, making her way down the hall and make her way into the bathroom. And it's like, oh, you're on the toilet. It's like, okay, come here. Because she's really tall. She's really tall, really tiny dog. So, and apparently she's too small for the dog ramp, or at least it's not really all that feasible for her to climb up it, because I think it's a combination of just she's small And her vision's partially obstructed, so it gets even worse at night.
Yep.
So it's like when, because she'll sit there and it's like, can't figure out how to get off the bed. I'll sit there, just lean over as I pick her up, put her on the ramp, and then just let her slide down.
Yeah.
And then when she wants back up, I'll just sit there and kind of, crawl over to the edge of the bed, pick her up, and then, put her back under the blanket. Yeah. Yeah, because you're the tiny old dog. You're a tiny old baby. Oh, it's still funny because, like, my two cats, Jack and Sasha, once I've settled in for the night, they typically tend to hop on the bed and then lay next to my legs. So it's like, yep, okay, we're all cuddled, we're all nestled, we're all, like, situated in for the night. Fuck this shit.
Oh.
The hell is with this enemy? Stop firing at me, you son of a bitch! Asshole. Fucking dual mounted turret bullshit. You get a job! I have a job. It's defending this part of the air of the fucking office. Like, god damn it!
I'm concerned about me dying here, so I'm gonna save a state.
That moment when, or that feeling when you think about what if Samus Aran and the Doomslayer had a kid.
I mean, badass kid.
It's like, oh dear God. Oh God. The most badass bounty hunter in all of the known fucking galaxy having a kid with the Doomslayer. The one thing demons fear. Good Christ almighty. It would be glorious and terrifying at the same goddamn time. Oh, look at you turned out. Yes. And a dog. And occasionally you drool. I know it's just because of her old age, because she never drooled at any various point, but sometimes she'll sit there, get herself some water, and she'll just have a little string of drool right on the side of her mouth. And I've got to get a napkin or something like that and wipe it off. Because I don't want that in my lap.
Yeah.
No thank you. No,
come on, motherfucker!
So do you have to take out the generator, or do you have to take out the turret, bastard?
I'm trying to figure out how to, though. How to do
Oh,
it.
okay. Because I'm looking, but I'm not sure what you're trying to accomplish.
I'm trying to figure out how...
How magnets work?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a dynamo. Dynamo is what, a magnet, right?
It's like fucking magnets. How do they work?
Well, I saved a state, so no matter what, if I die, I'm not gonna be screwed.
Hold still, you little bastard! Show yourself!
I can't target. Oh, come on! It knocked me off! Oh my god, this is a fucking stupid ass fight.
Yeah, this looks annoying as fuck.
Oh my god, it really is. Come on. I just don't remember this fight at all.
Well, at least you're not, over there advocating to find the developer or the designer that made this particular, fight and want to put his hand in a goddamn blender. Like, I reserve that for, Mega Man, Capcom Mega Man developers. It's like, oh, I'm gonna come off the ground. I'm gonna hit you so hard. I can feel it in my hand, Miho.
So that just beat the vault. What do you think of what happened after the vault reboot?
Watch him actually not have missed. Watch him have missed that. I wasn't paying attention. Like, you dishonorable bastards. You a cocky little bastard. Just keep jumping. Just keep jumping. If only you could air dash like the Doomslayer in Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
Because I saw that and I was like, yeah, that actually looks like a useful fucking skill right there.
Oops.
Because that was something that was helping me out once I obtained the fucking Impact Man weapon.
Yeah.
And I was able to air dash. Although getting to that one up in the Bounce Man state, that was annoying. It's like, oh, come on! Looked like I was on point with that one. It's like, nope, you're just on the edge to say bounce right off. You pain in the ass.
Where? Where is the point? Where is the fucking thing where
God damn it!
I think Karima went back to my screen.
Like, you son of a bitch!
The keeping of pets has been suspended until further notice. Oh no.
Son of a bitch!
What do I have to do? It looks like looks like this part right here is like busted, so I'm like, okay, just shoot this and then it'll blow up. Oh. That didn't work either. What the fuck?
Yeah, looks like you're supposed to trash those remaining
Legs, yeah, that's what I thought I was supposed to do. See, look, this one right here looks like it's busted, so that's what I thought I was supposed to do. Oh, come on with this.
Just randomly attacking whatever, see what sticks.
Right, I just don't know. It says right here, multiple safety malfunctions detected. Unit should be taken offline immediately. How? How do I do that? Oh, what about this? I don't know how to take it off. I bet you there's a command terminal somewhere that turns it off, but I don't know where it is. Ow, 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 ow. No! Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired of this area. Ugh. Oh,
God damn, this looks like some douchey booshy bullshit. So this is why, Pro Action Replay, Code Shark, or Game Shark, fucking Game Genie were worth their money at the time.
yeah, but I don't even know what that even do for me in this situation. I just don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I mean, if I just knew what to do, it wouldn't be hard at all.
Because I think you've scanned everything that you can in this room.
I thought so, but
And that thing will not fuck off.
it just knocked you off. Goddamn platform. I keep thinking it's this place, but it's not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Maybe there's something else past the top of that platform at the very top.
I'm trying to get past it, but that stupid fucking shit.
Because I'm thinking maybe if you get up there, as long as you don't stop, you have a better chance of getting across to the other side and possibly finding some sort of missing trigger or something. Because that busted leg there, I just
that's gotta be the clue, but
yeah, it's got to be a clue. So there's got to be something connected to that. But the question is what and where. If I knew what to look up for this thing, I'd look for the solution my goddamn self.
yeah. I'd rather just find out for myself what it is because I've done this before. I've beaten this game multiple times. It's just been so long.
It's like when you encounter the aha moment, you're gonna be like, "Oh fuck me."
What about ice? I didn't try ice yet. No, missile. No. Fuck off. Ah!
Yeah, I'm not sure what the hell.
Wait, what's that?
I don't know. I didn't see it. Like, oh, I'm gonna zap you. It's like, fuck off!
Okay, this is my last ditch effort.
Stop firing at me, you bastard!
No! Oh!
Oh, chocolate macaron your ass. That's a great fucking song.
Yeah, I laughed my ass off the first time I saw it. Okay, maybe I don't know if I tried ice on the invisible guy yet.
On the what?
On the invisible guy yet.
Oh, that could work. I mean, you haven't tried that yet, have you?
I am not.
Huh. Wait. Can't tell if I hit it.
Me neither.
It
Nope, it bounced off. I just saw it bounced off.
Ah, damn it.
Nope, missiles bounce. It also bounces. What about normal? Everything bounces! Why am I not surprised?
Okay, so basically that's just meant to be an obstacle, not an actual objective.
Yeah, looks like
Alright.
it. Alright,
So
well,
it's just
we need to
meant to
figure
annoy
that
you.
out. Alright. Dude! Oh my god!
Tempted to look this up to see if I could find some.
But how do I take it off? What? I've looked everywhere.
Looking through a speed run here to see if I can find the spot we're in. Okay, I'm near where we currently are.
Just pause it where it is. If you find out the solution, and I'll ask what it is.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now. Are we in the mines?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Okay, I think I'm near where we are. Okay, you were just through there. Now, where's the spot with the invisible turret bastard? Where is he? Wait a minute. The invisible enemy. Try circle strafing and see if you could fire at it, the son of a bitch from the other side.
Oh, the other side. Oh, I can't circle surf because I have to be able to target it. I cannot target it.
And you can't strafe sideways.
Not while
turning.
I only can strafe sideways while targeting.
Huh. It's not bad to click on. Do you have a super missile?
I do?
Stick it up its ass.
Okay. I couldn't tell if that did anything or not.
I don't think that hit.
Oh my god. That really pissed me off.
Okay, so it was a super missile you had to hit. Alright.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I swear I tried the super missile, but I guess it just missed.
That's my guess. Because I was sitting there looking at the speedrun. I was like, okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? We now return you to our regularly scheduled program. Your discretion is not advised.
There we go. Alright.
Aha! Progress.
Yeah.
Power bomb acquired.
Yep. Oh my god. Alright, we're stopping there, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
Yeah.
Alright. It's kind of a short stream, but dear lord, I'm not feeling well. I'm surprised, excuse me, I'm surprised I made it this long. Alright. Let me find you someone to read.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, I would go longer, but that fucking thing just sucked the life out of me.
That one just stopped you in the marbles, and you're just like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
Done. I'm fed up with this world.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking state of that mess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least we managed to find the solution. It's like,
Yeah.
okay. Because I know, like, you're like, okay, you're really struggling with this. So, like, I'm going to fucking make a judgment call here and look up the fucking solution.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like, it's all right, man. It's all right. Not everybody can be as fabulous as me.
Huh.
You know, just randomly sticking people in wood chippers, serving their smoothie pureed remains to their families and their loved ones.
Let's see. Who should we?
It's like, wouldn't their families be
Well,
their loved ones? Not always, because there's always that one.
Well,
One family member.
I was gonna raid JD, but it looks like I missed him. He's not online. Oh well.
Motherfucker. How dare he not be online when we're getting ready to sign off?
Yeah. All right. Well, unfortunately, I don't have enough patience to do the whole parts thing right now. Or raid.
Oh no, it's fine, man. It's fine.
All right. So let's give thanks. Thank you, Aribu, and thank you, Lee, very much for stopping by. Much appreciated. I don't know if do we have shout outs in the end?
Ice Wizards, Toy Moy, Silly Gnome.
Oh, anyway, I tried to do. Sorry. I guess I don't have shout outs anymore. Anyway, twitch.tv/reboot. Give her a shot. Give her a look. She's amazing. She's a great artist. And yeah, thank you again, Lee, for always being here and always being our resident lurker. So signing off. I'm your host this morning. The Vietnam King. Dumpus Erectus. And joining me, the ever so flagellated Cyber and Dragon.
Y'all know what it be. Y'all know what I do.
Alright, and we'll catch you on the next one. Oh, and also our resident sleeper, Buddha and resident sleepers, Buddha and Crimson. Wherever they may
That's
be.
okay. We'll just arrange for Crimson to punish Fuda by sending like another $200 of food.
No, he has to
to his door
he has
at one
to
time.
do the thing where send some food every 1 or 2 hours. That would be fucking amazing.
Oh my god. Just to fuck with this dude.
Actually, here, let me. I guess I'll just do twitch.tv twitch.tv/ there. That's okay. There. Oh no! Oops, sorry. No, that's wrong. No, no, erase that. Ignore that.
Calm down. Calm down.
Sorry. It's Twitch.
Or reboot.
Flash.
Yeah, you could just click on her name, look up her profile, and then just link the page directly.
There you go. Alright, so once again, thanks everyone who stopped by, and I'll see you on the next. Bye.